Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Linux with Ashish. Today is the third day of OpenStack operational series and this is going to be the last day of OpenStack operational package. So guys, today what we are going to do is we are going to discuss all the operational component of OpenStack using GUI dashboard, in which we will create OpenStack components, and by using that OpenStack component we will create instance on top of it. Guys, I have designed this 3 days OpenStack operational series based on my own experience, so you are going to feel like you are working in a OpenStack operational environment, and once you join any cloud organization you will feel exactly the same. And believe me guys, this entire OpenStack series will help you in getting good job in any cloud organization. So watch this video till end. Let's start. Guys, today is the day 3, which is last day of OpenStack operational package. Today we are going to discuss all these entity, and we'll also create this OpenStack resources on our live GUI setup, that is Horizon dashboard. So first of all, we will create project, then we will create user, then we will create role, then we will create image, then we will create flavor, and then we will create network, then we will create subnet, then we will create security group, then we will create availability zone, then we will create key pairs, and after that we will at last deploy our instance, okay, using these resources. So we will create server, and you can say instance in OpenStack point of views. Guys, first of all, open your OpenStack Horizon dashboard, the one which we have installed during OpenStack installation, and you have to enter one of the browser and enter your VM IP that we have given for our OpenStack cloud, that is your Horizon dashboard IP address. And then once you enter, you will get this login page, and enter your user name, okay, that is admin, and password, okay, and this you will get in keystone_admin file, or for infra user you can get in infra.rc, the file which we created in day 2, okay. Now login, I click on sign in button, and it will show you this page, right? And today we are going to create the resources using OpenStack dashboard, that is Horizon dashboard, okay. So first of all, we'll have to create project. So go in entity, okay, click here in entity, and you will see these options: project, user, group, role, and application credentials. So first of all, click on project. Once you click on project, it will show you the project which has already been created during the system installation, and the one which I have created in day 2, okay, that infra project, okay. Now we will create another project to show you, so that you will be clear how to create an project using GUI, okay. You will have to simply enter any name, the project name, okay. So I will write cell, okay. You will have to type cell, okay. So this is for a cell team. You can take operation, or you have to create operation for operation team, or for any project you can create, okay, as per the requirement which came to you, okay. And then you'll have to click on create project. This is very simple. Your project will be created, okay. You can see the cell project is created. Click on this project, okay. Now if you want to check user, there is no any user because we have not created any user for this project, and there is no any group for this project, okay. And there is another option here in the right corner. You can modify your group, project, whatever. So if you want to modify or edit your project, you can simply click on edit. And if you want to give some description, okay, so you can write like, this project is created for team sale, okay. And if you want to check, project add members, so these are the member. If you want to add, you can add from here, okay. So if you want to add admin, it will be add as an admin. And if you want like to create a permission for this, so you can create as an admin, okay, member and admin. So this user added to the project and the permission will be given as member. Project group, if you want, you can create it. Like if you have like number of users for the same organization to use it, you can create a group for that particular like set of users, okay. And then we will save it. Once you save, your project detail will show here. Now you can check the description, the cell, this cell project is created for the team cell, okay. Now if you want to create one user, separate user, okay, then you can also create one user from here. In the right side you can see the option, click on that plus sign, create user, and domain will be default, and the name also will be default. Now you will have to enter the username of that project. So I will write simply cell. I want to create a cell user for project cell, and you can enter one password, okay. So I will enter one password, anything you can take it, okay, and then you can confirm the password, okay. Then project, primary project, you can assign the project, okay. So I want to assign for cell, okay. You can assign for another as well, okay. And role, I want to give it as a member. And suppose if you want to create a user and you want to give it a less privilege, okay, so you can also control your role access control r back from here. You can give it as a member, you can give it as a reader, so it will read only, you cannot modify anything. But if you give it as a admin, then this user can get equivalent permission as a admin, okay. And now click on create. So a user will be created and assigned with this project, okay. Okay, the browser is saying if you want to save it, you can save. So let's save for using from that particular user, okay. Want to open your dashboard for sale project from that user, you can do it. So that is completed for now. We have created one user, we have created one project, okay. And if you want to create any role, a specific role, okay, then you can create from here. Click on the plus button, and if you want to create any role like read only, if I say, and if you submit, a role will be created as a read only, okay. And you can edit it if you want, or you can delete it from here. So this is how you can create a project, you can create a user, and you can create a role. Now I will check the user which I have created is able to log in or not. So first of all, what I will do, I will sign out from here and try that user as cell, and password what you have entered is enter here and click on sign in. If you find any issue in sign in, that means you have done some mistake and you'll have to recorrect it, okay. Now we have successfully signed in using this, okay, user cell, and the project is cell, okay. So this user can create like instances, 10 instance he can create. He can use vCPUs, he can use RAM, he can use volumes as well, network as well. So you can create all these things using this, okay, user. So if you want to create your OpenStack component via cell user under cell project, you can create all these things. Like you can launch instances, you can create a new image, you can create your own key pairs, you can create volumes, you can create network, you can create, like if you want to do work automation, you can do orchestration from here. Okay, admin, what are the like volume, compute, networks, everything, identity, whatever you want to create a new project, you can also create from here. Here we will stick with this project cell and we will create instances. For that I have to create each and everything now. Like it's the dummy project, nothing is there. Okay, so this is very important where you can get it, like how we can start from scratch. First of all, we will start with creating images. Guys, remember one thing, whatever resources created by user admin or the user equivalent to admin, which will also show here. Why? Because we have associated cell user with admin privilege. Okay, that's why these resources you can see here. Okay, so what we are going to do is, you can use any of the image which is already been created, but here we are going to create a new image so that you will get an idea how you can create a new image and you can launch that particular image. So first of all, you will have to download one OpenStack based image. So I have opened a URL where these RPMs, you can say the images is already listed. You can download any of the image. I have already downloaded this image. Okay, you can just go to this link, okay, and click on any of the image if you want, right? And we will use the same image over here. So it is in the download folder. Okay, so what I will do is I will use this image. Okay, I will also share this image URL in my description. Okay, so let's go back to your dashboard and create one image. Click on create image. Write the name of that image. So you can use any name like cell, okay, underscore image. Description, if you want, you can write image for cell team. Okay, click on browse, and then this is the image which we have downloaded already. Okay, and format will be is OpenStack, so all the format will be QCOW2. The image format already you can see in the download, it's QCOW2. Select that. Okay, and no need to check like change anything, or if you want you can make it share or you can make it public as well, so it will be available for everyone. Okay, protected nodes. Okay, fine. We can click on create. Okay, now your glance will come into the picture and load this image into your CentOS repository. Okay, so this CentOS image is loaded into the OpenStack repositories. Okay, now you can check this image. Okay, and you can use this image while launching, right? A instance. Now this image is created. Now we'll create if you want you can create one key pair. So you can create one key pair over here. Name of the key pair, you can do cell, you can write cell, name of the key pair, and type will be SSH because we are going to do SSH while creating your server with this key. Okay, so this key pair is created and then PAM is downloaded to your desktop. Okay, so we have one key pair, we have one image. You can create servography font, but it is not required for now. Now we'll create a network. Okay, I will show you how you can create a network, or you can use your public one. Okay, or you can use any network if you want. So let me create one network. I will say cell underscore net. That will be a cell network, and we'll create a subnet for that as well. Okay, and will be net, it will be cell underscore sub for the subnet name, and address you can mention over here 192.168. You can mention any subnet range, or you can mention whatever given to you during your client discussion, or you have the information as per the LLD. Okay, now we'll write 6260 slash anything slash 24 slash 26 or 28, whatever the requirement came. Okay, and you can check the version as well. You can create for IPv4, IPv6, whatever. Okay, this is the IPv4, so I have just taken the version as IPv4. If you want to create one gateway, you can also create one gateway, specific gateway for this 26.1. Okay, and then click on next. It will ask for enable DSCP. If you want, you can enable it, or you can disable it to create as a simple network. Okay, we have enabled the DSCP as well. So you can check the status of this network and the subnet name, range, shared no, external no, active up. Okay, now you can use this network. Router, if you want, you can create one router. For creating router, you will have to name the router as internal or external, whatever. And for which you have created, like cell, so you can write cell and create the router. It will create one router and in op state. Now you can also create one security group, or you can use default one. If you want, you can create one security group as cell underscore SG, that is security group. SG for cell team, you can write in description. It is not mandatory, but if you want, you can write and create your security group. Okay, your security group is created. Okay, if you want to add any rule for it, that this two rules is already created for it for ingress. Okay, if you want to create like a specific requirement came, like I want to enable the traffic for port 22, then you can say like SSH or anything, you can write over there, and the port, mention the port and range if is there, if for any specific IP you want to, okay, you want to pass this traffic via this port, you can enter the specific IP as well. This is allowed for all the IP, and add, click on the add button. You can see the rule is created. If you want to create another rule, like I want for HTTPS or for port 443, and you can create like this. If you want to create another rule, like for egress, you want for customization TPC rule, for TCP rule, for like any protocol, like any port, like for DNS you can write 53, and you want to edit, you can add ingress, egress, whatever. So you have entered all these rules. Okay, and now you can also create a floating IP so that your VM will go outside using this floating IP. If you want to communicate outside world, you will have to use one floating IP. So you can allocate floating IP to your project as well. So if you want to allocate IP from public, you just click where you want to allocate, from where. So this should, floating IP always allocated from the external network. So external network is public over here. So you can allocate one IP and it will give you one floating IP, right? If status is down, so you can use this IP in case if you want to associate with any of your application or any of the server, right? Now we will create a flavor. Okay, a flavor we can create from the admin section. Click on the admin. Okay, and then click on compute, then go to flavor. Okay, and these are the flavor which have already been created. If you want to create a new flavor, you can create, otherwise you can use any of the flavor. So we'll create one flavor, okay, from GUI, so that you will get an idea how to create a flavor. So write the name of the flavor cell, and then we will take 2 core, okay, 2 GB of RAM and 20 disk size. Okay, Then it will ask you for CPU. I will write here 2 core, and it will be in MB, so 2 MB will be 2048. Okay, because 1024 is MB will be 1 GB, and if you want 2 GB, then you'll have to multiply by 2. You can add a disk size from here. So disk, what I want, like 20 GB of disk I want for this flavor. Okay, so vCPU will be 2, RAM will be 2048, that is 2 GB, and 20 disk. And ephemeral disk I don't want, I want only the root disk. Swap disk I don't want, and RSTS factor you can make it 2. And create one flavor from here. Create, click on create, and the flavor will create here. You can check your flavor. Okay, vCPU 2, RAM 2, disk 20, and these external disks I have not used anything. Okay, and your ID is created by automatically, publicly it is shared, yes, and that is all good, I guess. Okay, and one more thing I want to show you, which is very important. If you go to hypervisor, okay, and if you want to click on instances, you will get the instance information, how many VMs are created, okay, and what other things like flavor, your images, IP address, everything you can get from here. So one image, one server is created, one instance is created with name server 2. And if you want to check like how many resources are there in your host is your laptop here. Okay, so you can check from here, like the host name is all-in-one chemo, the hypervisor which it is using, and vCPU used is 1. Total vCPU I have for this laptop is 4, and RAM, that is 1 GB, total RAM 7.6 GB, local storage what I have used for this locally, that is 1 GB, and local storage, that is total I have, that is 45 GB. So whatever we have used it will show here. So 1 GB I have used out of 45, and I have created one instance. So once you created another instance, it will calculate whatever the CPU, RAM, disk you have given to that instance, and it will give you the details that how many vCPUs are available for now to launch the instance. This will basically give you an idea, right? Like what are the resources left and how much you have used it. Okay, okay, now we'll create instance. So where you can create instance, okay, if you want to create in project, you just go in compute, click on instances. Okay, you can either create from the project, you can create from the admin, but here if you create from instance, you will see only that instance only for the project cell. Okay, I will launch one instance from here. So for launching the instance, which is important, let me show you again. You will have to first go to the compute in the project and click on instance. Once you click instance, this page will open, and click on launch instance. Okay, now you will have to enter these information. So I want a server for cell team server 1, you can say, description for only sales team. Okay, Nova, the availability zone I'm going to use. Okay, and it is asking how many servers you want. So here you can mention, like if you want 10, you can write 10, it will utilize all the resource. If you want 2, it will use 20% of resources. So if you want to launch 5 servers, 2 servers, 10 servers, depends on your, okay, your requirement. So whatever the requirement came from the client, you can give it, like 10, I want to create 10 server with the same flavor, like 2 GB RAM, 2 core of CPU, and 20 GB of disk. Then you can use here like count as a 3, 4, 5, whatever the requirement is. But if the requirement came like with the different resource, like CPU, like 5 GB of RAM, 10 core of CPU, like 100 GB of disk, then you have to create a separate instance. Or if a collection of or the combination of request came like you want 10 server with the same flavor with the same resource, then you can create one flavor and give it here. Okay, then it will create 10 different instances with the same flavor. So here I am going to create only one server. Okay, so I will make it one. Then I will go to source, where you can mention your image, which image you want. So I have created one cell image. I will click here, okay, to load it. If you click here, it will go up. So it will allocate it to this particular VM, okay, server. And I don't want any instance for now, so I will make it no. Okay, single this image, I want to use it. And flavor, if you go and click on this one, okay, it will allocate it for this server. So this flavor which is allocated is cell 2220. And you can also use any of the flavor, but for a specific project we have created this flavor as per the requirement, you can say, or the requirement which came for you to create a flavor, you can create that flavor and put it here. Okay, now we will give network to it. So network, the public one is available here. We will give the public network to it, so that we can attach the floating API font if we want in future, right? Then port, network port is not required. Security group, we have created cell, so you can go and give it the cell SG. Then key pair, what we have created is cell, right? Cell is already given because there is only one key pair, so it is already allocated. Okay, key pair you can see from here. So this arrow will remove this, and this up arrow will allocate this. Configuration is not required. This is basically required if you want some customization in the OS, like if you want to create your own password, so you can give the password in the format, okay, in the available format, in the correct format, only then it will take. Okay, server group is not required. The scheduler hint, like you want to schedule in some time or what, or you can use metadata as well. So these information not required. So finally you will have to click on the launch. Okay, and remember these are the mandatory details, still network only. Details, source, flavor, and network, these are the mandatory details. You will have to fill it out, and then you will have to launch the instance. Once you launch the instance, your instance will start creating under the project cell. Okay, with your instance name, with your image name, and it will get IP address from the public one. Okay, so this is the IP address which it get from the public interface or the network. 172.24.4.59, flavor cell, key pair cell, status you can see active. If this status become like in error state or the failed state, that means there is something you have to check it, okay, or troubleshoot it. Why this instance got failed. Okay, and availability zone is Nova, which we picked up, and this power status is in running state. So this is all about how you can create instance. Okay, so whatever request came from your administrator or from your client, you can create. Okay, instance, like they want 100 instance to create in the project, you can create it, but make sure the resource is available. Okay, so for that I already told you, like you go to the compute, and in the hypervisor you will get all the resources which is available. Okay, so if you want to check, okay, all the logs and everything for this particular instance, then click on this instance first, like sales underscore server, and you will get all the information, like overview, like name of the server, ID of this particular server, project ID. So the project ID, you remember we have created on cell. Okay, cell project, and the under this cell project the ID is given. Okay, and this is, you can say, the is the ID of project cell. Okay, and status is active. Availability zone which we are going is Nova. Okay, 3 minutes before we have created this, the under time when we have created this instance, and the host all in one. Okay, the host name which is the VM, because we are this server laptop or the VM is for me, is a compute for me. Okay, and then a flavor name, the flavor which we are using is this one, the ID of that flavor, and then the resource like 2 GB RAM, 2 core vCPU, 20 disk, which we have created a new resource. That's why, so see why I have created these resources, because you will be familiar like how you can create this resource in a blank OpenStack project. Okay, so if anyone asks you to create a project, you create a user and you create all the resources, and then using those resources, you can create an instance. Then IP address, you can use this one, that the public one which we have used, security group which we created, it is using now. Okay, key name and all these information. Okay, and if you want to check the interface, like which interface this instance is using, so you can click over here in the interface section and you will get it. Okay, okay, the status you can check, IP, what IP is assigned for this particular application, you can check. You can also check logs, you can check console where you can log in into the server, and this is the action log when it is created and all. So this is how you can create your OpenStack instances using OpenStack infrastructure. Okay guys, we have completed OpenStack operational package, and hope you all learn a lot of stuff today and you enjoy today's video. So in day 1, day 2 and day 3, we have covered a lot of informative information which will help you to get a job in a cloud. And guys, I'm 100% sure if you watch day 1, day 2 and day 3, all 3 days video of OpenStack operational package, you will definitely get a job anywhere in OpenStack cloud. Okay, and let me show you one more thing before binding this session or ending this session. Let me show you from where you can see the project from CLI what we have created in GUI. Okay, just source here, source keystone underscore admin. Okay, and then OpenStack project list, you will able to get the project. Okay, all the project which we have created. So the cell which we have created through GUI. Okay, and in day 2 the project which we have created through CLI. And if you want to check the user as well, you can OS user list. So it will show you OpenStack users. So in you can see Ashish user created day 2 and cell which we have created in day 3 through GUI. Okay, and if you want to check your server, then OpenStack server list. Okay, and one more thing, this is not created by admin, so you can enter --- all. It will show you all the servers. Okay, in the status of the servers as well. So this server you can check this server, right? The same server which we have created via GUI from our Horizon dashboard. The active state and the IP is given as this. Okay, and if you want to check your image, so you can check here as well. Guys, my main motto to show you the CLI and this command so that you can correlate with your GUI. Okay, so this CLI and GUI is completely similar, there is no any difference. Don't make any confusion in your mind. So whatever you create either on CLI, it will directly go to the GUI one. If you create anything on GUI, will come on CLI, because everything is, first of all, your OS will load to CLI. Okay, this link with your GUI with the database, that is MariaDB, which is used here. Okay, so everything will be stored in the database and it will sync the regular basis. And this is the real best synchronization of your identity service. Here we have completed our day 3, and with that we have completed our OpenStack operational package as well. So guys, if you feel that this video is useful for you, then please do like, share and subscribe with your friends, colleague, and if you are doing engineering, you share with your friends so that they will get a job. If you are doing job anywhere, you share in order to help other person, okay, so that he will able to join cloud organization and will be helpful for them as well. Thanks to be with me during entire OpenStack series. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching the video.